Hello and welcome back to Stop and Go F1 for a very special Monday news video. Unbelievable stuff. We don't normally do Monday news. We normally have Saturday news or Friday news, but not this week. It is Monday news because there's a story that came out this morning that I just had to talk about it, and it's about Alpine F1 team and how they've secured $200 million of investment. Now, the reason I want to talk about this story is because of who the investment comes from. There's a few groups involved in there, but one of the groups is Maximum Effort Investments, which is led by Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, who, if you don't know, are two very famous actors who became even more famous in the last few years for owning Wrexham Football Club. Now, if you're not also aware, I am from Wrexham and a big fan of Wrexham Football Club. So as, you know, the number one F1 journalist in the world and the biggest Wrexham supporter in the world as well, I thought this is the perfect story for me to talk about and to prove my credentials as the number one Wrexham fan in the world. I'm going to break the fourth wall a little bit here. I'm going to grab the camera and show you something very interesting. So here is my little setup. Got my computer there. Look, there's what I see. If we go this way, look, there's the news story that I'm reading. But in the middle, slap bang in the middle, is this. It's a little poster I recently acquired, which is every Wrexham score from the last season when we won the National League. Ah, it's great. Also, if you want some more proof, there's a racecourse ground sign up there. Over there, there's a picture of Paul Mullin having a great time. There's some more Wrexham stuff here. Oh, he's giving you a tour now. There's a light. There's a lovely light. There's some Max Verstappen stuff over there. Let's put you back down now, though, because this is we've got to talk about the news. So, is that a jaunty angle? Probably. I'm so sorry for my unprofessionalism, but I had to prove my credentials there. I'm sure you understand. So, the reason I want to talk about this is because it seems like the internet has kind of just gone wild with this story, as you may expect, due to Wrexham fever, as they're calling it, which I love calling it. But I'm here to kind of douse the fires a little bit, because I would like to say that it's not entirely the same. Let's just talk through the story, though, initially here. I've got the news story up here. So, Monday, which is today, Alpine's parent group Renault announced that it sold shares valuing the team at $900 million, which is firstly incredible. That is an incredible amount. $900 million for what is a mid-table Formula One team. I mean, if you go back about 10 years ago when Manor was selling, Manor tried to sell and couldn't, and they were a team at the back of the grid. Go to 2008. Honda trying to sell. Now Honda were about mid to lower. They weren't in the same position as Alpine, but they weren't the worst on the grid. Honda trying to sell, couldn't sell. Ross Brawn ended up buying them for £1. Bought the entire team for £1. So this shows what a great position F1 is in at the minute, where a mid-table team can have an overall valuation of $900 million. Anyway, so the valuation $900 million to an investment group, including, I'm going to pronounce some of these wrong, but here we go, Otro Capital, Redbird Capital Partners, and Maximum Effort Investments. US investment firm Redbird's portfolio includes the third largest stake in the Fenway Sports Group, a group which owns the MLB team Boston Red Sox and Premier League club Liverpool Football Club. It also holds a stake in football club AC Milan and Toulouse. I wouldn't call the football club Toulouse, you want them to win. Oh, jeez. Maximum Investments is led by actors Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, who also own Wrexham FC. It's actually Wrexham AFC, but we'll let it get away with that. Maximum Efforts also includes fellow actor Michael B. Jordan, who is joining as a co-investor. All good stuff there. So, why aren't we going to be seeing Welcome to Alpine on Disney+? Why aren't we going to be seeing Ryan and Rob at every single race this year? Why aren't we going to be seeing them do all this stuff? Now, firstly, I think we will be seeing them at races. They'll probably go to Las Vegas. They'll probably go to Texas. They might go to some other ones as well, but we won't be seeing them everywhere. They'll probably do some adverts and some multimedia stuff, social media stuff, because they're very good at that. But the main difference here is that Rob and Ryan own 100% of Wrexham AFC. It's their club. Their group, which I think is called R.R. McReynolds, owns 100% of that club. There's no one else that owns Wrexham. It's just them. With this, right, they have bought 24% of Alpine. But it's not just Rob and Ryan who have bought 24% of Alpine. It's Otro Capital, Redbird Capital, and Maximum Efforts have bought 24%. So Maximum Efforts, which includes Rob and Ryan, owns a third of that 24%. And Rob and Ryan themselves aren't the only people involved in Maximum Effort. We know as well that Michael B. Jordan is there. There's probably some other people as well. So Rob and Ryan own a percentage of a third of 24% of Alpine Formula One team. And when you start to explain it like that, you see how, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller to the point where, they've invested 200 million across these many platforms. I imagine Rob and Ryan have invested a couple million, which, obviously is a lot of money, but when it goes down from 200 million to a couple million, you start to see what percentages they really own. So they're not huge percentage holders within the Alpine team. Strangely enough, I think a few weeks ago, Lawrence Stroll actually sold more shares than has been sold here for Aston Martin, but he sold that to a Chinese firm with no famous actors on board. So that story kind of went under the radar, whereas this Alpine one has gathered some steam. Overall, though, I still think this would be a great thing for everyone involved. Alpine, obviously, are in the news here. They have a big investment, some good money behind them here. And also, they can get Rob and Ryan to do some really cool stuff for them. We've seen through Wrexham, just on social media, how invested they've become and how good it's been for the club, just from a presence point of view, not even from a financial or a success point of view, just in terms of them tweeting stuff and making videos. It's been fantastic, and I imagine they'll do things not to the same scale, but they'll certainly be doing things like that for the Alpine team, which will be great. But overall, what I have to say, as someone who's now playing on both sides of this, the F1 side and the Wrexham side, I actually think Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney owning a section of the Alpine team is actually more beneficial for the Wrexham Football Club than it is the Alpine team. And as I said, that's not taking anything away from Alpine. I think this would be a great thing for Alpine. But I think at the end of the day, this investment is about making money for Rob and Ryan to put back into Wrexham. If you look at, let's just look at Ryan Reynolds specifically. He has set up so many businesses. I've got his large Wikipedia page here. You look at all the businesses he's got, such as Aviation Gin, Mint Mobile. What else has he got? He's got loads of stuff. Investor led by Greylock Partners to invest in Wealth Simple. No idea what that is. He's got an equity stake in Funbo TV, whatever that is. There's loads of stuff. Earlier this year, Mint Mobile, which was one of his businesses, was bought. He sold it to T-Mobile, and he made a total of $1.35 billion. With Ryan Reynolds at the minute, I think his main interest, obviously, is his acting career. Then and then he's also got Aviation Gin and Wrexham, and it's those three things. And I think the money that he's making from the T-Mobile sale, the money that he will make from the Alpine stuff, that will go to Wrexham. That's where I think his heart is at the minute. We've seen through the documentary how much him and Rob love the club, love the team, love the place. And we've seen just generally how they talk about it, how much they love it. They're making money for Wrexham right now. That's what they're doing, because football takes money. We're seeing that everywhere. From a Wrexham point of view, you're seeing it at National League, one of the lowest tiers of football in Britain. But if you look at the top, you're looking at teams like Newcastle, who are now state-owned by the Saudis. Look at a team like Manchester United, which is rumoured will be state-owned by the Saudis. Money is everywhere in football. You need money to succeed. Wrexham's what's on their mind at the minute. They're investing in Alpine to make money to help Wrexham. That's my opinion. Now, I might be biased, but I want Alpine to succeed as well. Not as much as I want Wrexham to succeed, but I want them both to succeed. My opinion on this whole thing is it's about making money for a football team. But I think the bottom line is everyone wins from this. F1 wins because their mid-table team is now worth $900 million. Alpine wins because they've got two really charismatic, fantastic people on board who are really going to help them out. Ryan and Rob win because they'll make a load of money. Wrexham win because Wrexham don't lose. Unlike Toulouse, the football club, who are called Toulouse. That's all I've really got to say on the matter at the minute. If you've got any other opinions, if you agree, disagree, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe because we've got a really busy week ahead of us with the sprint race coming up towards the end of this week. We've also got the F2 and the F3. We'll be back on Thursday for the Austrian Grand Preview and all the good stuff that will follow from there. Until then, though, have a lovely week. I'll see you then. Have a good one. Goodbye.